2024 is coming to an end, and there were a ton of new tools that hit the market this year. To wrap it all up, we wanted to put all of our favorite new Ryobi tools from 2024 into one video. This is going to be a look back, but we've got a bunch of great content planned for 2025, including power tool reviews, 1v1s, buying guides, and more. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Now let's look back on the best Ryobi tools of 2024. And I'm going to start it off with a brand new battery technology, and this is the Ryobi 18-volt 1+ High Performance Edge tabless batteries. These batteries pack some new technology, including the use of tabless 21700 cells. And what it's going to do is be able to deliver more power while running cooler, as well as more runtime and providing a longer lifespan. And that's a big deal because, as you know, anything involving batteries, we want more runtime, we want them to run cooler. That means we can push our tools harder. Now, at the time I'm recording this, we're still waiting for the Edge batteries to come out, and they're slated for a summer 2024 launch. This next tool was super popular in our office when it showed up, the Ryobi 18-volt 1+ bucket top wet dry vac. This vacuum is unique in that it transforms most 5-gallon buckets right into a vacuum canister in just seconds. In fact, several months ago, we were kind of talking about a tool like this that'd be really cool, and then it showed up. And as of right now, I think Ryobi is the only major power tool brand to introduce a bucket top vacuum to its lineup. And since it's part of the 18-volt 1+ battery system, you're not going to be tethered down to a power outlet while you work. Ryobi's rating the airflow on this about 45 CFM, and that's respectable. And it comes with a 4-foot hose, and that's a 1¼ hose diameter. The price on this is going to be about $60 as a bare tool and $119 with a 4-amp-hour battery and charger. For odd jobs around the house, Ryobi now has a USB Lithium multi-head screwdriver kit, and that's part of their 4-volt USB Lithium lineup, which really targets homeowners and DIYers. It includes 3 different heads that you can attach. One is a 1/4 hex, the other one is a right angle, and the other one is an offset. And that's going to give you a lot of opportunities for getting into tight spaces. Price on this tool is around $50 as a kit with a USB lithium battery, a charging cord, and several attachments. Ryobi also released a 40-volt HP 20-inch Whisper Series hybrid air cannon. Now, this is a hybrid fan, so it operates off their 40-volt batteries, or you can plug it in with an extension cord. It is currently their most powerful cordless fan to date, and it delivers up to 6,300 CFM of airflow on high. On the lowest setting, you're going to get over 34 hours of runtime using a 12-amp-hour 40-volt battery. If you want all-day runtime, you can also hook up an extension cord to keep the air flowing. I really like the design of this system. You've got 3 different speed settings, it's got a 180-degree pivoting head, and you've got wheels, so you can just take this thing around wherever you want it very easily without having to worry. Expect to pay around $229 for the bare tool. For those of you looking just for an entry-level drill, Ryobi now has a 3/8-inch drill kit. That's the PCL 201K1. This is a simple 600 RPM drill. It weighs 2.8 pounds, and it's got a brush motor, so nothing fancy. But if you're just looking to accomplish jobs around the house, you don't need a ton of power or torque, it's going to be a perfect solution at $60 for a kit with a 1.5-amp-hour battery and charger. Ryobi's newest electric pressure washer is a 2500 PSI model that also puts out 1.2 gallons per minute. So you plug this into a wall, it uses an AC brushless motor to get you that higher performance. And by the way, those 2500 PSI and 1.2 gallon per minute numbers are PWMA certified. I like the ergonomic wand that this comes with, and it also includes an onboard soap dispenser. With a price tag just under $300, you're going to get a performance that's going to be at that sweet spot between a high performance tool and something that's going to fit your budget. Ryobi expanded its 40-volt line of outdoor power equipment a little bit further this quarter with a new 24-inch cordless hedge trimmer. And this includes their hedge sweep attachment that lets you get the cuttings and clippings off the top of those hedges as you move across. It's got a 1-inch cut capacity and more power than a 19cc gas model. Using a 2.0 amp-hour battery that comes in the kit, you should be able to trim for more than 45 minutes. Pricing is around $129 for the bare tool, or $179 for a kit with a 2-amp-hour battery and a charger. Now, Ryobi came out with a pruning chainsaw a while back, but the new PSBC W01 is the highest performing option of their pruning chainsaws currently. It's got a brushless motor that supports an 8-inch bar with the power to cut limbs up to 6 inches in diameter. That includes hardwoods. Expect to get around 65 cuts per charge with a 2-amp-hour battery. The price is around $149 for the bare tool, or $179 for the kit with a 2-amp-hour battery and a charger. Now, Ryobi's done a few different kind of inflators, but now they have an 18-volt 1+ dual-function digital inflator, and this is the PCL 031. This lifestyle product lets you use a control pad to set your target pressure all the way up to 160 psi if you want it, and when it hits that target number, the inflator stops automatically. It's great when you're trying to top off your tires or load the car up for your road trip. There's also a high volume setting for fast inflation or deflation of something like an air mattress with rates up to 16 CFM. Expect to pay around $80 for the bare tool or $130 for the kit with a 2 amp hour battery and a charger. Maxing out Ryobi's 40-volt line of OPE string trimmers is something with the bells and whistles that you've been hoping for. Performance is put on center stage. You get a brushless motor that produces more power than a 27cc gas model. You also get the benefits of both the carbon fiber shaft and a universal attachment capability. You can configure it to a 14 or a 16-inch cutting swath. It supports 0.095-inch line, and you get more than 45 minutes of runtime using a 4 amp hour battery. Since it's attachment capable, that means it's going to work with any of the Ryobi Expand It and other universal attachments. The price for the string trimmer is $229 as a bare tool or $279 as a kit with a 4 amp hour battery and a charger. Ryobi puts out tons of new products every year, covering everything from power tools to lawn care and even lifestyle products. So we like to keep you up to date with a list of Ryobi's newest tools. First up is the Ryobi 80-volt 1,000-watt power source. Now, you'll notice that they have a new backpack-style 80-volt battery. Well, this is a new power source that runs directly off of one of those suitcase-style batteries, and it provides portable power wherever you need it. And while you're probably unlikely to pick up one of these 80-volt batteries on its own, it is used to power those Ryobi 80-volt lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers, and if you have one of those, you're going to have all the runtime you could possibly imagine. So as the name suggests, it generates a running output of 1,000 watts that'll let you power and charge your devices and appliances. It also uses pure sine wave technology, so it's not going to harm your sensitive electronics. Feel free to use it with your laptop or anything else. The model number is the RY80BG02, and it gives you 1,800 startup watts and 1,000 running watts. The price on this tool is $279 for the bare tool. You'll need to add your own 80-volt backpack battery to supply power to it. Now, Ryobi has no shortage of drilling and driving tools in their 18-volt lineup, but sometimes you just want a powered screwdriver to help you assemble furniture or just do odd jobs around the house. And the new 1/4-inch screwdriver, the PCL 212, does just that. It's ideal for any of those DIY projects where you just don't need a ton of speed and power. In fact, it's got a top speed of just 600 RPM with a variable speed trigger and torque levels that reach 135 inch-pounds. It's also really lightweight, just 2.5 pounds with the battery. The price for this tool is about $60 for the kit that includes a 1.5 amp hour battery and charger. As hurricane season picks up, a lot of us around here, in Central Florida at least, are thinking about the potential storm cleanup that can happen after a storm. And one of the cool tools that I saw this week from Ryobi is their 40-volt HP brushless 18-inch chainsaw. Now, Ryobi offers several chainsaws on its 40-volt platform, but the RY40 HP CW01 is the brand's most powerful model yet. It delivers 40cc gas equivalents. And since it features an 18-inch bar and chain, you're going to technically be able to cut trees up to 32 inches in diameter. And that makes it ideal for felling and limbing trees. A premium full house chain also delivers longer run times and faster cutting than previous models. Using a 6 amp hour battery that comes with the kit, Ryobi says that you can make up to 90 cuts on a single charge. The price for this is $279 as a bare tool, or you can get the kit with the 6 amp hour battery and charger for $379. One of my favorite cordless tools has been the pin nailer, because they're much smaller than a framing nailer or even the larger finish nailers that have come out. And the newest addition to Ryobi's nailer lineup is the PCL 310. This is by far the most compact nailer that they've released, coming in at 10% lighter weight than the previous iteration. It sinks up to 1,000 half-inch to 1 3/8-inch pin nails per charge. And this is a tool that gives you all of the benefits of a nailer without the need for a noisy air compressor or those hoses. The price is $159 for the bare tool and $189 for the kit with a 2 amp hour battery and charger. Now, we got Ryobi's Speed Bench mobile workstation in the shop, and it's really impressive. It features a unique 2-in-1 design, transforming from a hand truck/cart into a workbench in just one fluid motion. It lets you transport your equipment to the job site, and then you use the 42 by 22 inch work surface as a workbench table. And when it's in that configuration, it has a weight capacity of up to 400 pounds, with a 19-inch skid plate on the bottom and 10-inch all-terrain wheels to help you get over job site bumps. This is the Ryobi STM202, and it's available for $199. Next up is a new blower from Ryobi, and they've announced several new OPE solutions, or outdoor power equipment solutions, on both their 18-volt 1 Plus platform and their 40-volt platforms this year. So starting on the 18 volt side, the OnePlus HP brushless 510 CFM blower is the brand's most powerful blower that's on the 18 volt system. As the name suggests, it gives you up to 510 CFM or cubic feet per minute of airflow, putting it on par with about a 24cc gas blower. And better yet, the performance comes with noise levels up to 85% quieter than gas, thanks to being part of Ryobi's Whisper series. The price on this tool is $149 and $249 if you get the kit with a 6 amp hour battery and charger. Ryobi announced another outdoor power equipment solution, and that's the 40 volt HP brushless brush cutter and string trimmer. It has the ability to transform between a brush cutter with a 10-inch tri-arc blade and a string trimmer with a 15-inch cutting swath. If you use the kitted 6 amp hour battery, you can expect run times of around 85 minutes per charge in ideal conditions. 2 speed modes as well as a variable speed trigger also are going to let you set your speed to best attack the job at hand. The model number on this is the RY40HP BC01. The price on this tool is $389. Now you never know what you're going to get with Ryobi, so this next product, the ELL1004, isn't Ryobi's first laser level, but it certainly brings all the basics to help you with home improvement projects like hanging shelves or putting photos on the wall. It has a 20-foot range, projecting angles from 0 to 45 degrees in both directions. It also features horizontal and vertical integrated bubble levels, and that's going to help you make sure that you get an accurate level reading in a variety of orientations. And because it's so lightweight, it's powered by a couple of AAA batteries. The price on this tool is $39.97. If you're a parent or you have pets in the home, you're going to keep a vacuum and a mop on standby just in case of any accidents or messes. But what if you can combine both tools into one cleaning solution? Well, that's what Ryobi did with their 18 volt OnePlus HP Swift Clean Wet Dry Stick Vacuum. It's got the cleaning power for both wet and dry messes. And this is Ryobi's first stick vacuum with Swift Clean technology. It features dual tanks to keep your clean and dirty water separated. Plus, you get a self-cleaning mode that lets you flush the vacuum with clean water to take the dirty work out of maintenance. It's ideal for sealed hard floors such as tile or LVP or anything else you can imagine. It's got a 10-inch cleaning width, and it's compatible with all of Ryobi's 18-volt batteries. The kit is going to include cleaning formula, 2 roller bars, 2 filters, and a self-cleaning stand. The price is $329 for the tool or $379 for the kit with a 4 amp hour battery and charger. Now, for years, we've been telling people to be really careful if you're going to wash your car with a pressure washer. But the third battery-powered model in Ryobi's lineup of pressure washers is the RY40HPPW12, and it's also the smallest, and it's perfect for washing cars or doing those small jobs that don't require the same amount of pressure as with larger units. In fact, this pressure washer delivers up to 1200 psi and a gallon per minute. So it's perfectly ideal for light to medium duty cleaning tasks, like washing your car or your golf cart or cleaning grime off of any outdoor surfaces. It offers up to 40 minutes of runtime if you use it with Ryobi's 12 amp hour battery, which we recommend. The tool also comes with 3 nozzles, including a 15 degree, a turbo nozzle, and a soap nozzle. The price for this tool is just $199. Ryobi's got a ton of new products hitting the shelves in Q3, featuring 5 additions to their compact brushless lineup, new USB lithium household products, and even a new innovative lighting solution. So let's take a look at the latest new tools from Ryobi, and we're going to do this in real time, starting with the revamped 18 volt compact brushless tools. Now they've got a new barrel grip jigsaw, and this is an 18 volt jigsaw that's going to cost $139 as a bare tool or $189 as a kit. And what I like about this, from what I'm seeing, is that you're going to get 3,200 strokes per minute. You've got a full 1-inch stroke length, but it's a pretty cool looking compact jigsaw. I've actually liked barrel grip the best because you can use them in a variety of ways that you just can't do with a D handle. It gives you a little more maneuverability. So if you're making a lot of tight cuts and things like that, it's a great tool to have. It also features a vacuum dust adapter, a feature that I'm seeing more and more on jigsaws. Typically these attach to the shoe right from the back, and that's how Ryobi does it in this one as well. And you've got all the controls on the left side, your on-off switches there, your orbital settings, and you've even got a variable speed dial that gives you 6 speeds plus an auto mode that's going to ramp up as it encounters more wood. Now, not to be outdone, they've also got a traditional but cool looking one-handed recip saw. It doesn't fold, it doesn't bend, it's not anything fancy, But what it's going to do is really provide a compact way for you to do some demo, or for you to cut PVC, 2x, or any kind of material where just getting in there with a reciprocating saw is the right way to get to the project and get it done. This is not going to be a massive demo tool. It's only got a 7/8 inch stroke length, but that's perfect for plumbing applications and electrical applications when you're just kind of cutting pipe. It's got an integrated LED work light. It's got a rapid release, easy insert blade change system, and a variable speed trigger. This one retails for $119 as a bare tool, or $169 as a kit. The new 18-volt 1 Plus HP compact brushless drill driver kit runs $139, and it as a bare tool is just $99. And this product gives you a compact 6.1 inch length driver, so you're going to get it into more spaces a lot more easily. It gives you 2 speeds, as you'd expect from a drill driver, and so the low speed is going to give you more torque up to 450 RPM, and the high speed is going to give you more speed, 1700 RPM, with a little bit less torque. And speaking of torque, Ryobi is saying that it delivers up to 450 inch-pounds, and that's going to, of course, be in that low speed. Going along with that, Ryobi has a new impact driver, and that's the PSBID02K2. That bare tool is also $99, or you can get the kit for $139. Now, this is a simple single-speed impact driver that gives you up to 1900 inch-pounds of torque and spins it up to 3000 RPM. Now, this would have been considered top of the line 5 years ago. So a lot of the manufacturers have really upped their game, and Ryobi is doing the same thing. So you get a nice compact tool that's about 5.3 inches in length, and it gives you a good bit of performance. And we like to see that. Every time they make increases on these tools, it's always good to check out. If you didn't want the drill driver that we mentioned earlier, but you want a hammer drill version of it, they do have that, the PSBHM02K1. That's the kit version for $149. Or you can get the hammer drill for $109 as a bare tool. Anytime you can get a hammer drill for $10 more than the just base drill, we recommend that. That way, if you're ever drilling into concrete block, or you need to hang something on an exterior wall and you have a block home, you're going to be able to do that, use Tapcons, things like that, that you just really can't do with a traditional drill, at least not easily. And so that's a recommendation we always make, and I like to see that. This is, again, the same 450 RPM on the low speed, 1700 on the high speed. So again, 450 inch-pounds of torque, exact same tool, 6.1 inches in length, but you do get that hammer drill mode, which is pretty cool. Now, we talked about some household products, and the first one on that is something I really love seeing, which is their USB Lithium 4-in-1 stapler nailer kit. I love their 4-volt batteries because you can charge them via USB right on the battery itself. It's a really cool innovation. It's been out for a bit, and it's great to see Ryobi releasing more tools on that platform. A stapler is a great tool to have on a USB 4-volt platform because it just doesn't take a lot of energy to drive it, and it allows you to have a more compact tool. Now, on this particular one, this is the FVN51. You're going to have an integrated guideline so you can see where you're driving that stapler, where it's exactly going to come out with. You've got a low staple nail indicator, so just like you would with other brad nailers or finish nailers or even framing nailers, you're going to tell when you're running low. And you get an LED low battery indicator, so you're not going to start a job and not have enough battery power to finish it, which is really, really cool. Which is really, really great to see on a tool like this. You're going to get over 600 staples or nails per charge, because it's compatible with heavy-duty 1/4 inch to 9/16 staples, round crown staples, those go from 3/8 inch to 9/16 inch, and even brad nails up to 5/8 inch. This tool, which you probably won't buy as a tool only because you do need that 4-volt battery unless you're already on that platform, but this tool is $79 for the entire kit. Now, this next tool may not seem as exciting, but it is kind of cool, especially if you do a lot of blow-up mattresses or anything like inner tubes. You go to the beach a lot, or you go out camping and things like that. It's their USB Lithium high-volume inflator kit, the FVI F61. For $40, you get the full kit, and it is an ideal solution for anything that you would inflate using a system that either would run on batteries or would require you to plug it into a wall. Now you can just take along this Ryobi 4-volt system and go ahead and get those mattresses and everything inflated. I see and I like that it has convenient onboard accessory storage, and it's even got a little bit of a blower function. It has a sweeper nozzle and a narrow pinch valve nozzle, so you can really inflate just about anything, in addition to the round nozzle that it uses for most air mattresses and things of a similar nature. And I really like how compact it is. They're not giving me an exact measurement, but from what I can tell, it's about 10 inches from handle to tip. And that's almost nothing. I mean, it'll go right into your beach bag or anything you plan to take to the beach or take camping. Now, the last product that Ryobi announced this month that I want to talk about is their Tri-Power Tripod LED light. And I'm really, really hoping that this is the first of many products. And the reason I say that is, number one, it's a pretty cool tripod light. So it has 3 different segments that go up beyond the base. It's very, very stable. But the big deal with this product is it's the first product I've heard of that runs on their 40 volt platform, their 18 volt platform, or you can plug it into the wall with any extension cord. That is phenomenal. For people who are already on either the 18 volt or the 40 volt platform, this kind of gives you an idea that says it's okay to be on both. You know, if you're going to do a lot of the bigger outdoor power equipment, you're going to really want to be on that 40 volt system unless you have a really, really tiny yard or you're just doing it for minor cleanup. And for your tools and your power tools, why on earth would you want a giant 40 volt battery? So you're going to be on the 18 volt platform for that. I really love that this combines all of that. You get an adjustable height up to 7 feet with this light. It has a 135 degree pivoting head. You get 3,800 max lumens, but you do get 4 brightness modes, so you can go to a lower lumen output if you want to have more runtime. And another feature that makes this tool even more unique is that instead of hard mounting the light on top of this tripod, Ryobi made it removable. And they made it removable by creating a pseudo battery dock at the top of the tool. And that means that you can put any similar or compatible lifestyle product at the top of this tripod, for example, a loudspeaker or a fan or anything like that, that fits into that 18 volt socket. And then you're going to be able to power it using any of the batteries.
We've got the brand new Ryobi 18 volt high performance Edge battery. We're going to put it to the test. Right here in front of me, I've got a standard 4-amp hour battery as well as the brand new Ryobi Edge battery. We've also got 2 core tools from Ryobi's HP brushless lineup. We're going to put them through some tests so you can see how they perform. But first, let's kick it over to Kenny so you can find out what these batteries are made of.
The latest news on the battery front concerns the launch of the Ryobi 18 volt 1 Plus high performance Edge battery. It's a pack that promises to push performance higher thanks to emerging design technology. Now, there are 2 major upgrades in these batteries. The first is the use of 21700 cells. It's been several years since we first started seeing these in power tool batteries. The larger cell maintains the same series grouping, that's 5 cells per row in an 18 volt or 20 volt max battery, while increasing the capacity and available power it can transfer to the tool. Enter tabless cell connections, something we first saw with the launch of Milwaukee's Forge batteries. By using a tabless design, a Ryobi High Performance Edge battery can deliver more power while running cooler. The design also allows for faster charging and significantly longer service life. Ryobi developed this battery for its popular 18 volt 1 Plus system that now boasts more than 300 products. The commitment Ryobi continues to make is that every 18 volt 1 Plus battery works with every 18 volt 1 Plus tool, and that's true for the HP Edge pack as well. But what tools benefit from this advanced battery? The shorter answer is all of them. However, you'll notice a bigger difference in more power-hungry tools. And the Edge is well named in my opinion. On one hand, it moves the edge of Ryobi's current capabilities further out, revitalizing the tools you already have. On the other hand, the edge of the 18 volt 1 Plus system's limitations move further out as well. With a power source that has higher performance potential, the product team has the opportunity to take its core products to the next level and develop tools that might have seemed out of reach before. There may be other considerations as well. Seeing Edge design move into the 40 volt system has the potential to make it more efficient and boost the power level even higher as more areas of the country look for gas engine replacements. I have no doubt the product team is already way ahead of me though, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the Ryobi High Performance Edge battery changes the landscape for DIYers and value-minded pros.
So to kick things off, we're going to start off with one of our standard drilling tests. Now this is just a regular old pine 2x4. We've got a 2-inch self-feed bit. We're going to run this drill with both batteries in high gear and then low gear. Actually, excuse me, low gear then high gear. And then we're going to see how they perform. I've got Austin back there behind the camera with a stopwatch. He's going to shout out the times and we'll just see how they go. So we're going to start with the standard 18 volt battery. Let's see how it goes. All right, what do we got?
6.95.
6.95 seconds. Awesome. Let's switch over to the Edge battery. Now again, still on low gear. What do we got?
552.
552. Wow. Okay. So a meaningful increase. That is definitely nothing to be upset about. That's really cool. All right. So I'm going to adjust my board down a little bit lower so I can have a comfortable drilling position. I'm going back to the standard battery. This time switching to high gear, still in drilling mode. Let's see how it does. Oh, all right, didn't quite make it all the way through. Made it about halfway, so, all right. Pretty conclusive right there. Let's see how the edge does. Now that hole was right here. I'm going to move up just a little bit, not drilling in the same spot. All right, high gear, edge battery. Here we go. Okay. Made it significantly further through, and definitely a lot more confidence going into that one. Let's give it one more shot, and then we'll try again with the standard battery as well. Ooh. What time on that?
306.
306. Okay, again, that is meaningful. That is a meaningful result. The fact that the standard 4-amp-hour battery got just probably about, I don't know, probably about that far in before it quit. I mean, that's a major jump. That's a really noticeable performance jump. But in all fairness, let's go right back. Try it again with the 4-amp-hour battery, standard 4-amp-hour battery, just to make sure, different part of the wood, you never know. Let's just give it a shot. Okay, same result. I mean, this hole and this hole are nearly identical, as you can see. I mean, obviously, we did have one failure. It happens. I could have just restarted and punched through, but on our second attempt, very clearly, this battery is obvious winner. All right, I think we're gonna jump over to another test now. Moving on to our second test, we've got Ryobi's 6.5-inch circular saw, and then we've just topped off these batteries, and we're gonna do a rip cut in double stacked 3/4-inch OSB. Once again, this is one of our standard tests for testing saws. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push the saw as fast as it can reasonably maintain RPMs, and then I'm gonna have Austin call at the time once I get through this full 8-foot rip cut. So just like we did last time, we're gonna start with the standard 4-amp-hour battery. Okay, that got about 2 feet in. For the sake of argument, we're gonna test that one again. I could have pushed the saw just a little too hard, caused it to stall out. Let's try it again. So close to the end. Okay, so we're about 6 inches or so from the end. It did pretty good. You could definitely tell that it was struggling a little bit to maintain time. Austin, what was our time on that?
25:63.
25:63. So not an unreasonable cut. I mean, again, we could have always backed the saw out and restarted and finished the cut. But we're gonna go ahead and move over to the edge battery. But before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and zip off that real quick. That way we don't have anything hanging. Switching over to the edge battery. Time.
21:41.
21:41. Okay, so you can definitely, I mean, this is a tough cut. There's no denying. This is a tough ask for a 6.5 saw. I mean, for any saw, but it did well. There were a few moments where you could feel it bogging down. Maybe it had a little bit of extra sawdust kicking up in there. We're going to go ahead and do one more. Make sure we're consistent with our results. I know Austin cringes every time I do this. I'm going to get a splinter in my hand, but one day it'll happen. He'll be right. Okay, let's try it one more time. Here we go. $17.41. Okay, that time I did push the saw just a touch faster, but again, it maintained RPMs well. There really is such a meaningful difference between these batteries. With the standard 4-amp-hour battery, obviously it'll get the job done. You may just have to work a little bit slower, but the true advantage to these advanced batteries is the fact that it's able to push the tool a little bit harder, obviously not to a reckless point, but you can tell it's like, you know, bottom of the ninth and 2 outs and, you know, bases loaded. It pulls from somewhere deep, and it really was able to push through that cut very well. So hats off to Ryobi. So you've seen how this battery performs. Do you think you're going to make the jump over to the Ryobi Edge battery? If so, they're available for $129 at the Home Depot. If you have any questions about this or comments, leave them down in the comments section down below. And as always, thanks for watching.